Hello and welcome to Alexa Network. Thanks for listening. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button so you don't have to miss any future episodes. Today I have my good friend Marcus Clark online and we are discussing race, technology, life, and whatever the fuck comes up. Alright guys, thanks and see you.
What it do, baby?
Dude, like I had such a long day today. After work, I got off and then I had to drive to Mesa to go drop off this kid I work with.
There you go. Hope it wasn't too far. Did you got to what, East Mesa or what?
No, it was like it's like I want to say past down where like I used to live before, but not too far into Mesa. Yeah.
All right, got you.
That's fine. Yeah.
Long day. When did you get back? What was happening?
Dude, today was just a collection of fucking DOE, JC, fucking 3, and fucking Office of Health and Safety and Security bumping my ass, asking for the fucking required documents without PPIs, and my fucking coworker not understanding what's going on, you know? Like, this motherfucker showed up to work without a car, so I had to drive his ass today. And next time, I told his ass, I was like, dude, I want to charge you $60 because we have a cybersecurity coordination with managers that we have to get done. And this guy's like, he has no fucking knowledge of what he has to get done. I'm gonna buy me a fine lady bottle with that $60. Whew.
That's a full tank.
Hey, nothing's free, man. Hell no.
Oh Lord.
You know, NWC, dude, like I mentioned, let's go into race, technology, and whatever the fuck comes up. I know you have a few questions for me about tech, but I want to jump right into race and just go. Let's just dive in and just fucking talk whatever the fuck.
Alright.
I'm gonna start, yeah. How about you?
In terms of the day or
In terms of whatever.
Oh well, I mean, I'll just tell you what I did today. Just kind of copying you. Yeah, I mean, as you know, we're in the lockdown right now. I'm not necessarily going to work, but I'm still working. So took care of a little work early on in the day, try to get some stuff taken care of.
Dude, I swear this lockdown is messing up, or it's just fucking up so much things. My destination was Vegas this weekend, but I found out that shit is closed. Motherfucking governors are shutting down, so I was like, god damn it, fuck it.
Well, you guys are way behind. We've been doing this for months now.
Dude, I have no idea how to survive this shit, and you know I'm not one to stay inside, so I'm like, shit, fuck it.
Well, I mean, as humans, we're adaptable beings, so no matter what situation.
Man, I understand what you're trying to say, but at what point do you say catching the coronavirus is inevitable, you know?
And just because I'm not going physically to work doesn't mean not necessarily working on things. So, for instance, I've been trying to learn more about computers, specifically just coding and kind of what's going on in networks. I don't really know too much about that, but I know obviously the further we get into the future, the more that's just going to become elementary.
Yeah, for our sake, it's imperative that it becomes elementary because when you think about it, the poor don't have access to it and won't fucking have access to this shit. These days, Apple fucking release newer phones before you can take the old one out of the fucking box. Like, man, what the hell is going on this planet? I think ultimately, as humans, we need to seek our knowledge from plants and the universe because, like, if you think about it, we need to stop fighting fucking wars and start focusing on building communication devices that have the potential to fucking communicate and reach and decode across the universe, but we lack the fucking mindset to fucking think shit like that. We're fucking busy fighting fucking Afghanistan and fighting the corona fucking virus, for God's sake. What the hell is the government fucking doing? What's the fucking government doing these days to fucking deal with issues like this? What the fuck is going on this planet, man?
Yeah. Also, we are a relatively new species as human beings. So if there's different species out there, because I don't even know how many galaxies, planets are out there. It's really overwhelming. But if there are some species that have been developing technology for many, many years, who knows what that even looks like? Who knows what the functions are? Who knows what it can do?
Once you look deep into the US government on how we are getting information on new tech and like on new technologies and stuff like that, you can see that most of the things we use do come from outside of this earth, like out of the planet. Like all these Intel chips and stuff like that we use on the laptops, on MacBooks, on desktops and stuff like that. Those things didn't exist like I want to say maybe less than 7 years ago. But with some of the designs you see on US planes and fighter jets, I believe we started mining alien spaceships and taking parts from it and re-engineering them. And because we lack access to 100% of our brain, what we have now is all we can extract for now, I should say. I mean, do you ever wonder why the government really is the devil? Because they know the truth. Like, dude.
I don't know, Tim. Do you know where the element silicon comes from and how that's implemented into.
All right. So basically, what I'm saying here is under the Freedom of Information Act, Congress has declassified a bunch of testimonies and documents that support aliens being or aliens technology being used or being I want to say examined by Intel employees or classified Intel employees that are using this technology to build advanced processors that are running your computers today as it is. Like this shit is happening for real, for real. I'm not even fucking messing around. Like this shit, like look up code Mutant and then you'll know. Like I think what happened is the US government captures these fucking ships and then gives them to these scientists, and once the scientist knows exactly what's going on and how to tap and extract the good parts, you have to also remember there are also bad situations out of fucking technology, which means it's imperative for us to see both sides at all times.
Well, that's a pretty big idea. Do you have any supporting evidence that would lead you to that?
Well, by contrast, when humans design a processor, the design has many trade-offs and is limited by the current semiconductor technology. Inevitably has bugs which can't be repaired and is doomed to become absolute by let's say any fault that is to occur. I mean, yeah, when you look at it, Intel already have a processor that can mutate, and the only exception is that when it mutates, it becomes exponentially less powerful. So the cost is that like you kind of have to buy it more frequently than your current processor, and with that, it's not like worth it. So because let's say your current processor right now lasts the lifetime of your computer, this one will be every 5 months, every 6 months. Like no, thank you. Like the very first computer was built like how many years ago? That thing was a fucking mansion, and now you have fucking computers in the palm of your hands, and dude, the world's changing.
They've been developing different.
Like where is the good? As we're living right now, I believe like we shoot down spaceships from our planet and use their high techs to build and innovate our current inventions that we have on this planet. The US government, in my opinion, already possesses aliens lookalike planes that can basically shoot down a small village in 5 minutes and destroy every fucking one. You gotta want to know, man. Like, be aware of your world and what's going on. Because if you're not asking the questions, the government's not gonna fucking tell you what's going on. You know, it's fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing about that. I've never heard of us making any sort of interaction with an alien species. I don't know if it's making it. I don't know.
Man, what's going on in this country now just fucking sucks. I woke up this morning and everything is all about race. White lives matter. You actually think blind people being racism? Like if you're blind and all this shit is going on, what the hell do you do?
Well, I mean, it would probably depend on when you got blinded.
Okay, let's say you're born blind, and then you have Black Lives Matter, you have police brutality going on. What are blind people saying now that all this shit is going on? Like, are they just like thinking about the virus, or are they saying Black Lives Matter?
Well, those are two pretty big topics, and I'm not blind, so I don't really know how I can answer that question. Well, how about this? Let's say, is it possible for someone that's born white and blind be racist to black people, or would they not care of what's going on because they don't give a fuck, honestly? Well, I think it's just odd to be racist as it is, especially if you're blind.
I personally believe it's impossible for black people to be racist because of the fact that sometimes I feel like white people are not abashed, honestly, because like racism is definitely an institutional thing, and I don't think that the black race have established enough institutional influence to have a whole race looked down upon without consequences in this world, or in that aspect. In this world, we are born into different situations with an opportunity that might be the same for some people, but the outcome is always due to be different. So, like, I think from a white man or woman's point of view, it's good to step back and look at that and be like, okay, what have I been taught? What's going on? I'm like, just look at yourself and just know you. it's imperative to not assume. Assumption is what kills us, I think.
Well, answering as a mixed race person, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. It all depends on just how you're raised, who raised you. But you're talking about two different things. Racism and oppression are two very different things. You can oppress your own people.
Isn't suppressing like another race? Then isn't that what the form? Isn't that the purest form of racism?
Well, off the top of my head, the definition of racism is believing that a different race besides yours is inferior.
So you suppress that race that's not that you think you are superior to them, and then you just make them do whatever the fuck you want them to do.
And just from a personal standpoint, I have a lot of white people in my family, and I don't believe that they're racist, and that's just a handful of people. And I know there's many families like that out there, but there are a lot of families out there that do teach racist values, and that is a problem.
That is a problem, man. Like at work today, I was talking to this girl, one of my coworkers, and she mentioned how she necessarily chooses not to date the white race, or for now, because of the fact that she's not comfortable with how or with how much privilege they have, and how less they don't how less they see it and stuff like that. And then I was laughing at it. I was like, okay, that's crazy to necessarily have a mindset like that, because it's not their fault they don't see it like that. It's how the system makes it so it's difficult for someone born white to necessarily see the blind spot that's in the system. It's crazy. Fuck yeah. I was like, yeah, just don't let that kind of start.
Well, I mean, that's, if you look at that, that's not choosing someone just because they're race, no matter if you guys got along or not. So, I mean, I think that's an issue too. Like, if you get along,
what's an issue?
Matter what you want.
Like another issue that society has today is fucking Hollywood, dude. I feel like Hollywood makes serial killers' jobs too easy, man. I was talking to this girl today, and she mentioned, the kind of guys I date is based on the kind of guys I see in movies. Just like, are you fucking kidding me? No wonder we have the highest fucking divorce rate in the United States. Unfucking real. We need to fucking do something about this shit. I was just like,
how's that working?
Goddamn Hollywood out here influencing these fucking business minds.
When it comes down to it, you guys make your decisions off your previous experiences and your logic, emotions, mixture of all of those. That's how.
Well, that's why it's imperative to understand your first 7 years of life are arguably the most important, because that's when you develop your subconscious. And basically, if you're racist by 7, you're really pretty much guaranteed to be racist the rest of your life, and that is something that America has have a problem of right now. And I mean, as our generation as a younger generation is getting older, that problem is also being solved. So we'll see what happens in the next couple years.
So you don't think people can change?
I don't know. I mean, your subconscious are your beliefs. So once you believe something, it's really hard to unbelieve it. That's why once you form a habit, it's hard to break that habit. You got when someone's broken, it's hard to put them back together, because of the fact that a broken mirror is never gonna go back as a fucking whole mirror. I mean, look at fucking Khloe Kardashian and the boyfriend or the fucking husband. Like, we have this issue because of the fact that I don't think most people want to find out the ways to do difficult things. I just feel like everyone wants to fucking sit in front of a fucking TV and watch superstars be gods. Everyone wants to fucking make other humans gods. Unreal, man. Like, fucking, we need to move on. People need to wake up and get out of the TV and start doing things, you know? Like, if someone is on TV, on national fucking TV, telling me that he or she is not racist, I'm calling bullshit. This motherfucker is racist as fuck. Like, that's arguably the easiest way to fucking come out and say I'm racist. God damn it.
So yeah, Tim, I know you haven't necessarily been in this country for your whole life. Why don't you tell me a little about what's happened before that?
Well, that's a good question, Marcus. The fact that I wasn't born here and my individuality are my greatest fucking assets. Like, honestly, say not growing up in this system, not watching TV, not eating sugar, not having to fucking make hiking your best fucking best and only hobby. What I'm trying to say is, like, it's good to have all those, but you kind of have to know there's more. You kind of have to work hard. You have to make things happen. life's never been easy for me. Like growing up, I never thought the government would even assist me in achieving anything in life. Like, dude, money. When you see money as a reward to your hard work, then everything changes. Like you have to be able to make things happen for money to grow. You want to make 10,000 a year, do nothing. Then honestly, absolutely nothing. When my parents were trying to get that bread, I was out there looking out for my sister, staying home and making sure I know what the hell's going on, reading and just knowing, okay, this is what I have to do, and taking what the world has to offer, and always making sure staying in my lane. And it's not where you're from, dude, it's where you're going. I think it's definitely where your mindset is and where you're going that matters the most. But we'll see what happens. We got more years to come, more blessings, man, blessings. I was in charge of the house by 10 years old. I knew how to cook. I was helping my mom how to cook. I was getting up every day by 4 a.m. I was already up.
You already grown up man at age 10.
I wasn't even 14 yet, and I was already doing this whole thing. And I was going to school as well. And my school was almost 7, I want to say 6 hours away somewhere.
6 hours?
And you have to walk to school, so yeah, honestly, that whole mindset just made me funny.
That's
not give a fuck. If you have to do something, you go do it. You don't sit down and wait for fucking government check and fucking keep your bank account and go fucking buy Xbox with it.
Well, anyway, I wanna keep talking about that. So you got about 4 a.m. every day, 6 hours to school. I'm assuming 6 hours back too. And you have a day at school, take care of family.
You have chores for you to do at home. You got cleaning, you got homework, you got reading, you got homework from school. There's just no time to do a fuck up. You're always doing shit that someone else wants to do.
So you didn't really have any free time, it sounds like.
There's no such thing as free time. What's that? What's the free time?
Yeah, I think I recall us racing.
No, that was not good.
I think I recall us playing pickup soccer once, and I think they called me the lockdown defender. You gotta understand, that was my first time playing soccer. I'm coming from my main sports that I played all growing up: football, basketball, baseball, and I did a little track too. So I tried to use the skills from those to learn how to play soccer. I had no idea how to play when we did that pickup game. So
that was the first time for everything, man. You gotta go and just learn it. Like you learn by doing. That's why I keep telling you, get an environment and start practicing the coding. I don't learn how to code, get a fucking environment.
What's an environment?
Well, an environment is your workspace, like a practice work lab. Basically, something you need, like a desktop and a monitor, something you can use to practice your applications, like coding and necessarily how to do HTML, CSS, Java, Python, and all that. And then once you have that, then we can go up to the next process, which is installing a server, And from my experience, I don't think it's necessarily good to use a laptop to practice coding, just because of the fact that the processor is not fast enough to handle 1 or 2 or 5 applications running at once. So that's it. I mean, you can go ahead and use it, but to have that real life business experience, it's good to practice it on an environment which is fast enough to handle the speed and the computer gets really hard once your machine all that processor starts running. So I mean, if you like that burn, then okay, yeah, you take it, whatever.
Why can't you do it on a laptop? I've been obviously creating masterpieces so far with HTML and with CSS things. Anyway, I've been doing it on the laptop, and I mean, stuff's been going up there. So what's the difference between practicing on here versus actual desktop?
Honestly, you can code from whatever device you want to code from, but since you're just getting started, I'm recommending that you use a desktop to build your own work environment where you can have a test lab and have that as something that you can do on a side note rather than on your personal machine. Plus, you have a fucking old ass MacBook. I don't know how that thing is able to handle the processor or the processing power that's required to be able to fucking code, honestly. So there is hardware requirement and there are software requirements. So the software is going to run, but if your hardwares are not compatible with your software requirement, you are bound to experience like a really great amount of slowness, especially if you're running high powerful programs that require a certain large amount of RAM byte to run. and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, as a beginner, I think it's important to just focus on one task at a time, just so I don't get overwhelmed. And then, as you learn more, obviously, I'm gonna need to think about this investment. Then, once it will potentially apply more with what I'm doing for work and whatnot, then that'd be the time to potentially invest in a better environment.
Like, if you want to code, you have to be ready for the continuous learning, because this thing is not easy. Like, you have to be able to keep touch with up-to-date information and new updates, because like honestly, you need to take a step back and necessarily learn the aspect, the general aspect of necessarily what programming is and what machine is and stuff like that. I mean, sometimes if you're lucky enough, you walk into some places and you have enough experience, they can literally fucking teach you this shit. But you'll probably need a fucking bachelor's degree in computer science or information system or something computer related. So yeah, that's why like practicing that skills is definitely key to getting your footstep into the door and stuff. Yeah, because like no one's gonna give you a job you can't do. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be quite the wake-up call on the first day if you're handed over an entire system like that. Yeah, that'd definitely be me if I start an IT job. I can open up Microsoft and I'll do all the PowerPoint, Excel. But if you ask me to start doing website development,
I feel like you're still in high school trying to become a rookie, man, dude. Like that first IT job is definitely. I can see you at the call center answering calls the whole day and just be like, what the fuck? I hate this shit. Honestly, my first IT job was at ASU fucking computer commons, man. I was in there every fucking day. My freshman year, fucking second semester. Man, that shit was fun though. And then like I had that fucking biochemistry major. I got swapped instantly. Like after like maybe 5 months working this job. Information system security and project management was more like me, you know, be outdoors doing computer tech shit and stuff like that. Be bullshit, man. I love it. Fuck yeah. I mean, like I did experiment a lot, man. Fucking, I got tried a couple, but information system was me.
Yeah, I got a slight introduction to that, but yeah, most of the college courses I was doing in the work was focused on health and wellness.
Yeah.
So yeah, thankfully, as you know, I used to work at the Sundale Fitness Complex. We were right down the Palm Walk from each other at work. And yeah, I mean, I remember taking you there a couple times and working out, you know, out bench pressing you and whatnot, you know, the fun stuff.
The good days, dude. Like that was the beginning of my workout motivation, man. Like honestly, going every day now, just like that built the stability that I have right now, and I'm thankful for that. You know, like I go to the gym now every day, and I don't have to think about it because of this guy named Mr. Clark. Clarkis. Like I was in the gym with anyone else.
Oh yeah, good. Well, yeah. Well, as everyone can see, look at Tim's arms. He won a done that. My help. So you know, feel free to hit me up for some personal training.
Yeah, dude. All I'm saying is, anyone that hasn't hit you up yet is definitely playing himself, man. Like, you definitely know for sure. I give you 100% credit. When we first started, or when I first started, I was completely fucking lost and clueless. I mean, like, I did a few in high school, but not to that extent, you know? It was that.
Oh, well, I'm honored to hear that, Tim.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing now to keep up with all that? I don't know if you have access to weights right now.
I have been using the gym. My apartment has a gym complex that I use every day except this morning. You know, the governor's executive order in place is affecting that. So for some reason, our gym closed, but I pulled it in closed. But you know, like I did work out from home, push-ups, pull-ups, and then squat and shoulders. Just using the necessarily home benches and stools, and also things I bought from Amazon and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
What equipment do you have? Like, how are you doing shoulders? Like, what equipment do you have? How are you doing, like, shoulders and everything?
So basically, like, you know what college I fucking went to, man? ASU, number fucking one in innovation. Like, you should know me. Like, you should see me around the house lifting chairs and tables like a fucking hawk. Like, dude, I'm telling you, COVID-19 is showing us how to save money and innovate around the living room, man. Like, I'll be going outside and running in the middle of the fucking morning or afternoon because I can't fucking go to the gym, okay? Like, no one gives a shit no more. Fuck this shit. This is not America. If you're out there being a crybaby, saying a mask, wearing a mask gonna save you, man, fuck that shit.
Like we were saying earlier, you just gotta adapt your situation, make the best out of what you have.
That's a great point, man. I just think we all gotta just adapt to the situation and make the best of what we have, because, like, honestly, going forward, the world is moving towards those that survivors, dude. Like, honestly, it's either you can work out from home or you're gonna grow fat.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that that I could take you through workouts sooner because I've acquired a lot of new information and had a lot of fails and successes with working with people over the years. So I have this whole new plethora of information I could share now. So once all's over, we're definitely going to have to get a few sessions.
Yeah, dude, that'll be epic, man. I'm also thinking maybe when this whole shit's over, I can actually come down there and then see exactly where you guys are. Like, I have no idea where the fuck the Bay Area is at, honestly.
To be completely honest, I don't know what the gym situation is going to be just in general in the future. Because all around the world, as far as I know, that's a place of just high social interaction, high energy. So I don't know what the situations with that.
Like, you have a point there. I mean, the gym is a place of high social interactions. That's why you see it closed down around the world. But I mean, going forward, obviously things are doomed to go down at some point, or are going to go down at some point, or if not, are going to get worse. But when they do get better and you come down here, I'm just looking forward to learn everything you've acquired these past few years. All right, man, for sure. That's nice, for sure. Nice talking to you and catching up.
Yeah, I'm happy to be a guest on this. I appreciate you having me on here. You know, it's an honor being the first guest on the show. So I want to definitely be part of this more and kind of see where it takes off to. So for everyone out there, I have a music channel on YouTube. I'm trying to progress that. So just if you search Marcus Clark Tenor Sax, it should pop up. I also do personal training. So you can follow me on Instagram at mr.clark8_. Stay ready.
You all heard the man, and just so you know, that's my number one bro when it comes to like personal training and workout knowledge. Like, this guy knows his shit, okay? And thank you all for listening. And if you're new to the channel, I want to go ahead and ask you to please hit the subscribe button so you don't have to miss any future episodes. And I will see you guys on the next episodes. Thank you and have a good rest of your day. Good night. Bye. Also, if you have something you'd like for us to talk about, something else you'd like to hear, go ahead and let us know in the comment section down below, and we do respond to every comment we get. Alright guys, so just let us know. You can find us on Snapchat at Alexa Network LLC. Good night. Good day.